An overview of agriculture sector in Karnataka. In this introductory essay on agriculture and allied sector, we will learn about the overall agriculture scenario in Karnataka, especially in the context of areas like production, land utilization, crop pattern, and distribution of seeds and fertilizers. For many rural residents of Karnataka, agriculture is the major occupation as elsewhere. The total land cultivated in Karnataka constitutes about 64.6% of the total geographical area of the state. Agriculture in Karnataka is heavily dependent upon the southwest monsoon, since the extent of the arid land in the state is second only to Rajasthan. Only 26.5% of the sown area is subject to irrigation. The state has three agricultural seasons, that is Kharif, April to September, Rabi, October to December, and summer, January to March. The main crops grown here are rice, ragi, jowar, maize, and pulses. There are also turmeric and gram, besides the oilseeds number of cash crops that are grown. Cashews, coconut, arecanut, cardamom, chilies, cotton, sugarcane, and tobacco are other crops in the state. Karnataka is the largest producer of coarse cereals, coffee, and raw silks, which are the cash crops. Horticulture happens to be an important component of the agriculture in Karnataka. The income generated from horticulture constitutes as much as 40% of the income generated from the agriculture, and is about 17% of the state's gross domestic product. In 2013 and 14, an amount of 1700 crores was provided to the agriculture department, and the priorities of the agriculture department was for the comprehensive development of the agriculture through Bhu Chetana program. There was also emphasis on the quality of seeds, organic farming, farm mechanization, and micro irrigation. Now let us understand the trends of agriculture sector in Karnataka in the last few years. In the year 2013 and 14, the agriculture production was 71 lakh hectares of area was covered in rural districts for the kharif crops, and the food grain production was 130 lakh tons. In the table here shown, the total food grains is the major production in the agriculture, and it has registered a increase of only 8% growth over the 2012 and 13 figure. It was 109 lakh tons. It has increased to 130 lakh tons. Among other crops which are important, which have gained in terms of area and the production, are the pulses, the oil seeds, and the cotton. Especially the cotton has gained in terms of area as much as 44% over the last year, and the production also has increased as much as 25% as compared to the last year. Cereals, however, have registered a very small growth in terms of area, but the productivity in cereals has increased by nearly 20% as compared to last year. As per the land utilization statistics that is available in the latest government statistics, out of the 100 lakh hectares of geographical area, the net cropped area was 100 lakh hectares, which means it accounted nearly 52% of the total geographical area. The land holdings in Karnataka show that 78 lakh farm holdings operate 122 lakh hectares. Small and marginal holdings account for 76% of the total holdings and they operate only 40% of the total operated area. While semi-medium, medium and large holdings account for 24% of the total holdings and their operational land holding is much larger, that is 59 out of the total operated area. That means the small holdings farmers are not actively operating their lands. Let us see about the various patterns of agriculture in the state. The cropping pattern in Karnataka. Karnataka state falls in the zone 10, that is southern plateau and hilly region, and zone 12, that is west coast plain and Ghat region, as per the agroclimatic regional planning classification done by the Planning Commission. The state is divided into 10 agroclimatic zones. On account of this varied agroclimatic features, almost all cereals, pulses, oil seeds and commercial crops are cultivated in different parts of the state. Therefore, farmers in Karnataka are very innovative and take a lead in diversification as per the market trends. Agricultural crops are grown in 3 seasons, that is Kharif 70 lakh hectares, Rabi 34 lakh hectares and summer 7 lakh hectares, and that is a total area of 110 lakh hectares. Cereals, pulses, oil seeds, cotton, sugarcane and tobacco account for the major crops and the total agricultural cropped area, especially the cereals and pulses and the oil seeds occupy as much as 90% of the cropped area. Paddy, maize, turmeric, Bengal gram, cotton and soybean are witnessing a higher trend in the recent years, whereas crops like sunflower, jowar, ragi, etc. are witnessing a declining trend. The fertilizer consumption is also increasing the state as can be seen in the table. The scheme of buffer stopping has been continued for the Kharif crops in order to overcome the scarcity of fertilizers at critical period during the Kharif season. The state government has decided to operate the buffer stocking of fertilizers. As much as 1000 crore rupee loan was extended from the State Bank of Mysore to the Karnataka State Cooperative Marketing Federation of Bangalore. It was for the purpose of managing the fertilizer demand and supply situation smoothly in the state. There was no major problem, therefore, with respect to the availability of fertilizers, timely availability of the fertilizers to the farmers. Now let us take a look into the pattern of seeds distribution in Karnataka. The production and supply of breeder seeds of different crops is an important aspect, and it is being done by the state agricultural universities and also an Indian Council of Agriculture Research Institutes. These organizations produce and supply breeder seeds required for the state based on the advanced indents placed by the Department of Agriculture. The Seed Association of India is the nodal agency and it supplies the breeder seeds to the private seed producing agencies. Certified seed production and distribution is done by the Karnataka State Seeds Corporation and is also done by National Seeds Corporation, Karnataka Cooperative Oilseed Grower Federation, state agricultural universities and also number of private seed supplying agencies. Seed producing and supplying agencies fix the procurement and selling rates of various seeds, taking into account the procurement rates, production cost, certification, processing, packaging, and other overhead charges. This table shows the production and distribution of certified quality seeds in the state during 2010 and 11 to 2013 and 14, and one can see the steady trend of growth, especially uh, during 2010 and 11 to 2011 and 12. An allocation of 156 crore rupees was provided to subsidy seeds distribution under the scheme supply of seeds and other investments. During Kharif season of 2013, it was programmed to distribute 12 crop seeds, basically paddy, ragi, jowar, maize, bajra, cowpea, green gram, black gram, red gram, groundnut, sunflower, and soybean. Crops were subsidized to the farmers under the state sector seed supply and other investments scheme and Rashtriya Krishi Vikasa Yojana were involved, and nearly 4 lakh farmers got benefited under this. We come to the end of the essay. The key points to remember in this essay are: a total land cultivated in Karnataka constitutes nearly 65% of the total geographical area of the state. The horticulture is also a major component of agriculture in Karnataka, and the income generated from horticulture constitutes as much as 40% of the total income generated out of agriculture, and it is also 17% of the state's gross domestic product. In 2013-14, Agriculture Department received 1700 crore rupees. Karnataka state falls in Zone 10 and Zone 12 as per the Agro-Climatic Regional Planning Commission classification. The scheme of buffer stocking helped the Kharif crop of 2013, and it overcomes the scarcity of fertilizers at critical period during the Kharif season. The state government decided to operate the buffer stocking of fertilizers to ensure timely supply of fertilizers to the farmers. Production and supply of breeder seeds of different crops is being done by the state agriculture universities and the Indian Council of Agricultural Research Institutes. The Seed Association of India is also a nodal agency for the supply of breeder seeds to the private seed producing agencies. Good amount of 156 crore rupees has been provided to the subsidy seed distribution under the scheme of supply of seeds and other investments.